McDonald's has joined other big firms in layoffs. According to a Reuters report quoting the Wall Street Journal, the fast food chain is closing its US offices for the time being.
It looks like McDonald's is in deep trouble and on the verge of collapsing. This is a very serious matter, as a recent report by the Franchise Consulting Group has revealed alarming findings about the McDonald's business model. Surprisingly, the largest fast food chain in the world is currently experiencing increasing unrest among its franchisees, who contribute more than 2/3 of its revenue in the US. These franchisees argue that the company is heading down a destructive path. In fact, one franchisee has already filed for bankruptcy just 45 days ago, indicating the severity of the situation. Insiders familiar with the matter have expressed their concerns, stating that systemic risks are rapidly growing for the fast food retailer. Shockingly, approximately 30% of franchisees are currently insolvent, highlighting the dire financial situation. To exacerbate matters, it's projected that by the end of 2023, around 2,000 McDonald's restaurants may disappear from US cities. This can be attributed to mounting pressure from regulators, labor tensions, and financial losses. The fast food giant is now facing a critical juncture after years of mismanagement. An analysis of the situation reveals numerous challenges that need to be addressed. Notably, the report highlights the struggle faced by management in justifying higher fees and additional charges to franchisees. These franchisees are already grappling with rising wages and escalating costs for ingredients and packaging, which have been eroding their profits over the past few years. Franchisees are responsible for operating 95% of McDonald's locations in the US, generating approximately 70% of the country's revenue. According to the National Owners Association, McDonald's restaurants are expected to generate less cash for a second consecutive year in 2023. This poses a significant challenge for financially struggling operators. In an email statement, McDonald's acknowledged that inflation has impacted the profitability of franchisees. However, company executives argued that the higher operating costs were necessary to align with long-term expansion goals. As costs rise and dissatisfaction with new operating rules grows, franchisees are planning to meet with the company's board this month to express their concerns in person. This meeting provides an opportunity for US operators to explain why they believe the company is on a destructive path. Backed by analysts, many franchisees fear that the franchise system is heading towards a major crisis, and some even suggest that the business model itself is doomed. Disagreements have emerged regarding the direction set by CEO Chris Kempczynski. Franchisees have been frustrated by the erratic nature of McDonald's corporate decision-making, perceiving leadership as inconsistent and prone to failed marketing schemes. Some franchisees feel that the CEO is jeopardizing their success by attempting to transform McDonald's into a fast casual chain, like Five Guys or Chipotle, instead of embracing its quick-serve fast food nature. This discontent among franchisees poses a risk to McDonald's growth plans, as explained by John Gordon, a principal at Pacific Management Consulting Group. If long-term franchisees decide to exit the system due to unrest, it becomes an inherent operational risk for McDonald's. Finding replacement franchisees who possess the same level of capital could be challenging. Additionally, newer franchisees may face higher borrowing costs, reducing their potential profitability. Credit Suisse analyst Lauren Silberman shares similar concerns, estimating that in such a scenario, the average McDonald's franchisee could experience annual losses of up to $200,000 per store. Profitability pressures are straining relationships within the franchise system, as highlighted by Silberman. When cash flows and profits decline, everything starts to unravel. A financial survey conducted by the Numera Group reveals that approximately 30% of McDonald's operators are now insolvent. The FCC report cites a franchisee who speculates that McDonald's is on the brink of its final days. Unfortunately, some operators are bidding farewell, such as Rice Enterprises, which recently declared bankruptcy with $10 million in liabilities. This franchisee, operating several McDonald's restaurants in Pittsburgh, is seeking court protection to restructure its debt. Similar paths may be taken by other operators, particularly those facing lawsuits over child labor violations. CNBC reports that more than 300 minors, including two 10-year-olds who were unpaid, were discovered working in violation of federal labor laws at McDonald's franchise restaurants in Kentucky and other states. These franchisees collectively face significant civil money penalties. The US Department of Labor found that 3 separate franchisees operating 62 McDonald's locations across Indiana Indiana, Kentucky, Maryland, and Ohio violated federal labor laws by employing 305 children for longer hours than legally permitted and assigning them tasks not allowed for young workers. In 2022, the Labor Department Division discovered 688 minors employed illegally in hazardous positions, marking the highest annual count since 2011. Additionally, in June 2022, a 15-year-old child was injured in Tennessee while operating a deep fryer. McDonald's acknowledges that even one child injured at work is one too many, as child labor laws exist to protect their well-being, health, and education. As a result, the executive board has made the decision to close 700 locations in 2023, including 322 restaurants that violated labor laws and underperforming stores that failed to meet earnings expectations over the past 3 years. In April, McDonald's downplayed concerns about these closures, citing the company's size and asserting that it would not significantly affect its market share. However, for franchisees, the situation appears much grimmer than simply the closure of 700 stores. Furthermore, Erlinger warns that paying fast food workers such a high wage could lead to a potential 20% increase in the cost of eating at McDonald's, making it unaffordable for many customers. As a result, continuing business operations in both California and Virginia would become unviable. Currently, consumers are already expressing dissatisfaction with McDonald's as prices have reached unprecedented highs. Some states now charge over $8 for the iconic Big Mac sandwich. This significant price hike is alarming, considering that the average price of a Big Mac sandwich was only $4.95 in 2020. Social media platforms have become outlets for American consumers to voice their outrage over these inflated prices. They argue that McDonald's has become excessively expensive while the quality of its offerings is deteriorating. Affordability has always been one of the key appeals of fast food chains for American consumers, along with convenience and comfort. Since 2020, fast food prices have increased by 15%, but the current noticeable increases are even more substantial. A viral video showcased shockingly high prices at a McDonald's location in Connecticut, where combo meals were listed at exorbitant prices such as $16.89 for a Big Mac combo and $16.69 for a crispy chicken sandwich combo. In March, the company acknowledged that higher menu prices were implemented to improve cash flow, helping it surpass earnings and revenue estimates. However, this move has subjected McDonald's to customer anger due to the price increases. The company is navigating a challenging period as it seeks to balance profitability with consumer satisfaction in an evolving market landscape. McDonald's has made the decision to close all of its offices in the US and announced plans for a significant workforce restructuring, resulting in the layoff of hundreds of employees. In a memo posted on layoff.com, the company emphasized the importance of ensuring the comfort and confidentiality of their employees during the notification period, and as a result, all notification meetings would be conducted virtually. The job cuts in its restaurants have the potential to affect thousands of individuals as the fast food giant aims to reduce billions of dollars in what it considers unnecessary costs. In a few days, McDonald's will release its earnings report, which will shed light on many of the questions surrounding these developments. As we conclude this eye-opening video, it becomes evident that McDonald's is at a critical crossroads, facing the specter of bankruptcy. The uncertain future ahead raises important questions about the fate of this once mighty fast food empire. That was all for today. Thank you for joining us. Stay tuned for more informative videos. Don't forget to like and turn on the notifications bell. We'll see you in the next one. Bye!